podcast. We're here, the ladies of Rewatching Wine, and I'm Raya.
Treva.
And Lynn.
And we're here to bring our book to movie adaptation of yet another one of the famous Bridgerton series
By Julia Quinn.
And this one is Romancing Mister Bridgerton, is the book that correlates to season 3.
Yes. Don't ask us why they messed that up. But this is the 4th book in the Julia Quinn series, but the 3rd season in the Bridgerton show.
And Creva just mentioned, well, in our beginning, before we started, that they are going to be adapting, remix, adapting book 3 to, which is Benedict's story with Sophie, to become season 4. So why they just switched those 2 books, I don't know, but that makes me look forward to season 4 now.
Yes.
I've already read book 3 because I wanted to make sure I was prepared for book 4, but now I figured out it was irrelevant.
But it's pretty smart though, because sometimes you just, you got to see how they mess up, because sometimes when they do that, they mess up the storyline. They can't go back and fix it. So now I'm just curious all the way around. So we shall see. All right. So what did y'all think about this book?
What are we drinking before we get started on the adaptation?
I'm sorry. We are drinking our old reliable Malbec from Cooper Talk. You know what? Cooper Talk really should give us some stock or something because we drink so much of it. But I do love that Malbec. It is just my fallback on wine, and they make a really good one.
Mine's Is it Romancing Red?
That's sweet.
I love their Super Tuscan. I was actually there last weekend and I was like,
Yeah. They really should be giving us the sponsorship.
I know, right? All right. So this book was released in 2002. Sorry. 2002.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, the book was released in 2002?
Yes.
Oh, I thought Julia Quinn's books were older than that. No, that's interesting. Okay.
No, they came out pretty consecutively from like 2000, 2001, 2002.
I don't know why I thought these were like 1900 books.
Anything about Outlander? I mean, it's all in the 70s too, so never mind.
No, I don't know what I was thinking. Remember that book, Emily, that we did?
That was Emma, and that was
Jane Austen. Jane Austen. Okay, I was thinking Jane Austen, not Julia Quinn. Okay, I'm back.
Yeah, I like the book. I actually like the book. I haven't not liked the book yet, but I really like the book. Alcohol's kicking. Hold on.
My God, Lord. So yeah, it's so far so good. I love the stories. I have not, of course, read the 3rd one, but I feel like reading this 4th book, it just flowed along, so I didn't feel like I was missing out on anything or I missed a beat. And I do love the storyline, even though I just never saw myself following this whole romance novel thing. It's not bad.
It's kind of same old, but it's still entertaining.
Yes, I fully agree with that. It's like not kind of like when you read one, you read them all type thing, but kind of, yeah. I mean, it's romancing. I mean, it's not no one's dying, so that's the problem with that. But I'm entertained, put it that way. I want to finish the book versus being like, oh my God, I can't believe I have to turn another page. But I do enjoy them. So at first, when I read the 3rd book and then the 4th book just to make sure that I was on track. And I was trying to figure out why they would skip it. And I had my, I guess, assumptions. It was, the 3rd book is a little Cinderella-like for me. So I think maybe that was why, to kind of keep that momentum from like the spice of the 1st one versus the heat of the 2nd one, trying to get the Penelope, I'm a grown woman now, nice appeal into it. And then maybe they'll rope that back in with Benedict and Sophie for the 3rd book, 4th season. We'll see. But I was kind of glad that they did that in that order after like now learning how the momentum was going from one season to the next. But that's the book, Lynn. Focus on what you're talking about. I did enjoy the book.
Well, we just let her go down those rabbit holes. Just wait for her to come back up out of it. Oh,
That's cute.
Sometimes I see myself at the bottom of the rabbit hole and I'm like, how did I get here? Just be quiet.
Alice.
I agree.
This moment.
When I was reading the fourth book, so I guess the Penelope adventure, maybe we got exposed to information about stuff that we probably shouldn't have gotten exposed to, and maybe they talked a little bit more about it in book three. I don't know, Len, you would know. And so I was really worried about that with the adaptation, and I guess I'm moving into the adaptation a little bit now, but they didn't expose her until later on in the story, but when we watched the adaptation at the end of season two, Penelope was exposed to us, so we knew she was Lady Whistledown.
Yeah.
So I was a little disappointed because I'm reading book four and it still was a secret and nobody knew. And then eventually it came out. It was just all that drama behind it, which got engaged and all of that stuff. But when you're watching the adaptation, it was already known to us. So I mean, it wasn't known to the people in the story, but it was already known to us. So I was a little disappointed in that because I kind of liked the suspense of that piece also.
Yeah.
And then in the movie, I didn't like the way that they brought in her best friend. Like I like the way they handled that in the book better than they did in the movie. Like it was a little bit of a difference in how she found out and how she told her and just through the blow up of all of that. Because they were such close friends that I really wish they would have stuck more to the book with that. But they couldn't because of the way they had exposed her already. So
And then to piggyback on that, with Colin, kind of like in the book, yeah, he was upset and he was mad, but then he realized, like, okay, well, I have two choices. I can, shun my wife, or basically, or like not my wife, but like Penelope, or I can like support her and get on her side to like make this kind of like happen. So in the book, I do like how he kind of to me, he had a quicker turnaround time of from being like upset than being like, all right, let me do something else about this. In the series, it just seemed like he was throwing a temper tantrum, like,
right.
oh, I can't control you. Like, I want you to have your own voice, but your voice is still muted by me. And then that's kind of rubbed me the wrong way. So I get that he had to be this strong alpha male because that's what Bridgerton's all about. But I liked the quicker, excuse me, turnaround from the book. And I wish they would have kept that support in the adaptation.
I
Yeah.
agree with you 100% on that. He was a little bit more vulnerable to his feelings for Penelope in the book and sort of got over that anger faster, which made your heart pour out for him just a little bit more.
Yeah.
And in the book and the adaptation, you're just like, yeah, he's getting on my nerves. You need to calm it down.
It's like every 2 minutes he was like throwing a temper tantrum about something. Like
Right.
it wasn't going his way. And I'm just like, that's not the vibe that I got from the book. Yeah, he still was, he went away, came back, and he was this machismo, but like it wasn't like that in the series.
Yeah, I agree. So that was a piece of the adaptation I didn't like, that dynamic there. But can we talk about Miss Penelope with her full figure sex scenes? Because I was like, I know that's right. Pull that ham hock up in the air and act like you proud, girl.
It's cute. I like Penelope. She's so pretty.
She is so
Oh
pretty.
my gosh, gorgeous.
I really, really like her.
And she's a good actress too. I mean, I don't know if I would have my triple D's out there like that, but like she had them. I was like, keep them mustered up. Cool.
Right, but it's just it warms my heart to see how far we've come, in cinema and film because back in the day, ain't
Oh,
no way someone her size would have had a love scene like that. And
she embraced it with
not only did they have it, like it was heated, it was hot, it was sexy, it was everything. It was an awesome
was
sex scene.
It was to turn the TV off, young for the young folk.
Exactly.
I mean, it was really good.
everybody just little tuck her away watching it by herself, like uh, I'm a parent chaperone right now.
Exactly. Exactly. You call your man when you coming home. But yeah, I was actually really proud of her as an actress and just that whole scene I was very proud.
Go ahead, Lynn.
I was gonna say like the whole I don't know. The scene's awesome, but like I feel like they definitely had a really good connection on the adaptation. In the book, they did too, kind of. But my point of that I'm getting to is that it just seemed like he was supposed to be kind of helping her through the experience more of like first time, be who you are. You've always been with me, as in be open, be relaxed, be comfortable. And then in the series, it was kind of like, well, this is supposed to happen because we like each other, and let me just have sex on this random chase lounge.
Yeah.
It's kind of how I was feeling. So I missed. They have the on-screen connection that we all look for, that chemistry, but I didn't feel like he was as, "Yes, we're becoming lovers, but we've always been, like, best friends, so trust me with not just this scene, but, like, your body too." I don't know, I kinda missed that. It kinda that
Mhm.
felt a little shortcoming, no pun intended.
It started in the carriage that way, like that. It moved on from that. You know what I mean? But I guess I get what you're saying.
Yeah. No, I get it. You wanted it to be a little bit more sensitive.
Yeah.
Yeah, sensitive or more like, I don't know, he was like, "Well, yeah, this is gonna hurt, but, like, stick with it. It'll feel better
Yeah.
eventually." Versus, like, it could have been more, "We've always been best friends, so just trust me through this. Imma walk you through it." I don't know, I just
Mhm.
felt like that's where I felt that in the book, but not in the adaptation. It was more
So,
like, "We gotta get through this sex scene, yeah."
yeah, I'm wondering if I just projected what I felt in the book while I was watching the show. Because now that you mention it, I feel like, you know what, you're right, but I didn't feel it when I was watching it. And maybe it's because my head was all in, oh yeah, in the book, she was all this and that. And I just projected that and maybe saw what really wasn't there.
But you know what? It's interesting because same thing I was thinking that, but and it takes me back to what was it, season 1? Because that really came across in season 1 to me.
Exactly.
It was just
Yeah.
like, "We're gonna, it's okay. I'm here. I got you, whatever." So you're right.
You saw her, like, be a little uncomfortable, like, "I don't know what the heck is happening. Nobody ever explained to me what your wedding night meant."
Yeah.
And then him being like, "Okay, well, not as it's gonna hurt," but, like, him kind of, like, walking her through it and then showing the evolution of her going from, I trust you, I'm still a little, like, wary, still a little scared," to full on, like, "I trust you with my body." And I think that, like, that was a little bit falling short with this adaptation.
Well, I'm wondering though, in the way they do the adaptation, I don't know necessarily know that it came across as much in the book, but in the adaptations, Penelope was much more mature
Touche.
than others, right? And you think about her mom was a hot mess. Talked to them about all kinds of stuff. I mean, the one was kind of goofy, not knowing she's pregnant. But, I think Penelope was just more mature. So that
Mhm.
could be why in the adaptation it came across that way. It wasn't necessarily I wouldn't have pictured it based on what the book said, but I think following through with how they made Penelope throughout the adaptation, it was okay.
It does make sense.
Yeah, and she was wise just by her writing. She was mature and wise, and so, yeah,
And
I
she
could
was
see
a
that.
watcher, so she watched a lot.
Mhm.
Touche.
Mhm.
Yeah,
And she read a lot too, so
It is true.
yeah.
not that women were reading smut books back in that day, but at the same time, I guess it was scandalous enough that she would have some sort of idea what was gonna happen to her.
Yeah.
Okay. I definitely
I just thought about it as I was making the connection back to book 1. I'm like, "No, well, book 1, her mom didn't talk about anything. Her mom didn't talk about anything." But Penelope was much more mature, so
Yeah, and I really like Penelope and Colin relationship, her support of him, even though he was this macho man that was angry and acting crazy. Like, the support that they gave each other for their passions, I just loved.
yeah.
Absolutely loved. And when he finally admitted that he was actually jealous of her, which is why he was so angry, it wasn't, because, she was so much advanced in her writing, that I really like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I okay, I like this book. I like the
So,
adaptation.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. So, you guys wanna talk about cast or I mean,
Yes.
the cast is sort of the same that's been throughout, but I will say that in this, adaptation, the other Bridgerton daughter, the guy that she started dating, that was the weirdo just like her, That was pretty funny. Now that wasn't in the book, but I thought that was a cute little twist in the fact that they were both such weirdos. So extreme introverts, I guess, not weirdos.
I think that was cute. I like.
Yeah, they were both socially awkward and they were awkward with each other. So that was a cute like connection. I didn't look it up to see if one of the future books was about her story. I'm assuming it will be because each one is kind of wrapped around a story of one of the Bridgertons, hence why that's the Bridgerton series. But yeah, so maybe. But I do like
I thought that was very, and it could be they show that, and it is in a book. You know what I mean? That exact scene. But I thought that was just so cute. And then like he writes the song, and like nobody else gets it. Nobody else gets it. You're like, okay, great. And she's like,
head over heels.
yeah.
I want to see is a spinoff. Like I know they had like Queen Charlotte spinoff, would be a spinoff with Lady Danbury's brother and the Bridgerton mom.
Mama, oh yeah.
I think that would be good.
It would be really, really. I hope they do that. Come on, girl. You kept us this song.
They might, or maybe there's gonna be a story about her because I mean she gotta have a life too. Maybe one of the books is Mama Bridgerton, getting her groomed out.
Garden being tended to. So I was like, oh, that's funny. Hyperbole funny.
The garden. Yeah, that was really cute. And then I guess the scene about the brother and the threesome and all that stuff. Like you read book 3, and I'm just wondering about the Bridgerton brother.
Danbury's brother?
No, the Bridgerton brother, the middle one. You guys don't remember that in the adaptation?
I thought it was Anthony that did that. No.
He had
Which brother was it that was with the guy and
the girl?
It was Benedict.
Yeah, it was Benedict.
Well, that means
doing that in the third book.
so that is Benedict. Okay, because I get the names mixed up. Okay, so if that was Benedict, then we're going to learn more about Benedict's sexuality, I guess, in book 3.
Yes.
Okay, thanks. That's all I was asking.
No.
All right. Well, any objections to the cast?
No.
I didn't think so. I didn't have any either.
Yeah. I feel like we probably won't have a lot of cast discussion throughout because it's gonna kind of be the same people. But
I just wanted to give mad props to Nicola, I'm not sure how to pronounce her name, Coughlin. Like that's who played Penelope, excuse me. She is just a pioneer for body positivity and being an actress and loving what you do. And I love her. So
yeah, yes, I agree. But as a matter of fact, I'll take a drink to her. All right, y'all ready to rate this one?
Yes.
All right, I am not going to give this a full glass. I'm going to give it a long day of work. And that's because some of the changes I feel like modified the storyline. And I have some problems with some of the modifications in the storyline. And hopefully it'll all get fixed and come together as we get to book 3. Book 3, but season 4 and then season 5.
I mean, I liked it. I mean, a long day's work is good. I mean, I a couple of things I did get upset about, but I can have a full glass for me.
Full glass?
So I kind of like teeter between a long day of work and versus a full glass. I'm gonna give it a full glass. I still don't understand why they just would skip around like that versus like the order of the books. But all in all, it flowed for me. So I'm gonna give it a full glass.
Right. We didn't.
Ain't right. Well, we didn't get a full bottle, but it was still a good series. Check it out. Just be wary of the fact that it corresponds with book 4.
Yeah.
The season 3 corresponds with book 4, because otherwise you're going to get confused and frustrated. Listen, we already were there. All right. So check it out. Let us know your opinion. We love to hear what you have to say. And hit us up on Instagram or Facebook. Check us out on YouTube. And
like, subscribe, follow, send me your recommendations. Love hearing from you guys.
Yep. All right.
Yay.